Hey, Facebook, and hey, everybody. This is Naima with Good Life with Naima. Hey, I wanted to kind of share something. I know it's late, but I've kind of been thinking about something and wanted to share with you all something that I think is very, very important in this day and time. So, a couple of things. Like over the weekend, had some really exciting things happen. And then I had some things that I kind of observed in people that is very, really disturbing at this point. You know how you go through life and you transition into different phases, and there just is not enough kindness in the world. People are no longer kind. It used to be where, people were kind to one another. And the word hate, which really just means to, the word hate is a passionate dislike or disgust for something or someone. And when we use the term, they're hating on me, that's like for real. People have a passion to dislike or to be disgusted with an individual or with you, person, whatever. And so I kind of experienced something this weekend where I just was like, this person really has a hate. Like they really hate. And I'll say me, I don't care. And I don't really, what makes it sad is that I guess as we're moving and approaching through life, there should be a time in your life where hate is not an option. Meaning that when you are around some specific people, hate should not be an option. And we have made hate something that permeates us as individuals, where our kindness does not reflect that which is our natural nature. And being kind is something where it has a sense of mercy, a sense of benevolence. It has a sense of consideration. And being nice to people is actually the act of having agreeable manners, or kind of, you're kind of more refined in your manners. That's being nice. And being nice is different than being kind. Kindness comes from, like I said, benevolence, and that comes from a higher power, a higher source. And people kind of are walking through life hating on each other. It's so sad. I'm like, really, we're still doing that in 2018. But then the deeper problem is not the hate. The deeper problem is that there are afflictions in the heart that we just don't really want to address, that we don't want to be adults. We don't want to grow up. We don't want to have to face and have to deal with these emotions that require us to have to move and change our own selves and our own souls. And so I'm just kind of imploring everyone to think of, when they think of, like, something or someone, I know that there's things in the religion that says, you love what Allah loves and hate what Allah hates. But I think that even that has, Allah is saying that in some sense of context that comes from something greater than just, hate it. Like there's a reason for a specific thing. And to say that you hate or hate someone or dislike someone, you really have to kind of examine that. We have to examine that. We have to kind of dig deep and look for what the source of that is. And I was having a conversation with someone a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about, she was saying that she was like, oh, I'm a jealous kind of person. And I was like, well, no, maybe, no, you're not jealous. And she was like, no, I really am. I'm jealous with such and such and such and such and such. And I was like, do you really know what the word jealous means? And so she was like, well, I feel a specific way when something happens. When it comes to people and, situations, whatever. And even looking at this word jealousy, I was telling her, jealousy comes from insecurity. And whether it's being insecure or having some fear or some concern, or even some sense of envy for another person, jealousy leads to hate. And when you're jealous of something or someone, you have to really kind of examine in your own soul and in your own mind and in your own heart why that exists for you. And, when people find themselves, I don't like that person. I don't like such and such and such. Or, they did such and such to so and so and so and so. Sometimes we perpetuate these feelings onto other people, about other people, that really are not genuine and honest. And there's things in our religion that says that we should not kind of perpetuate attitudes or circumstances onto other people, so that they won't have bad feelings about other people, and that we should kind of just live and have these feelings that originate from our own experiences with those specific people. And what also happens in relationships is that, people have a tendency to view something that happened in the relationship from their own personal lens. And they don't look at it double-sided. They don't look at the impact that it has on the other person, or they don't look at the impact on how they are affecting the other person. And so I just really want us to hopefully kind of examine ourselves, think of hate, think of doing less things that require you to hate. And when you feel there's this kind of specific feeling that you feel kind of in your heart and in your mind, that may not be good. It may be coming specifically from you, not necessarily from an individual or a situation. I really implore that everyone begins to kind of examine those things, because what happens is that perpetuates not only in your life, but then you put that off on other people, and then other people start to, it becomes like a ring of hate. And so I said this before in a previous video, that, you should smile more, and smiling is, not only is it charity, but it's contagious. And we as a people should begin to emulate kindness, not necessarily just being nice, that we have refined manners, but of course we want to also do that, but that we want to emulate kindness with each other. And this requires a great deal of not only self-reflection, but a great deal of reverence for something higher than our own selves. And you have to have some sense of humility in order to be kind to other people. And I'm hoping that we can do that in the world. I'm hoping that we haven't come so far that we are letting the society and letting things kind of rear up in us that cause us to hate. And when you see something good, or you see someone excelling, that we dislike that, that's not a good sign for your own self. Or that that who's that person think they are. And no, we should celebrate people's successes. Our successes are each other's successes, because we're one humanity. And our failures are all of our failures, because we are still, again, one humanity. So kind of imploring that we lean again toward kindness, that we remain nice in terms of our manners, that we're gentle with each other, and that we get off of the defense. We got to get off this defense thing. The defense is, you're always feeling like you have to protect, or that you have to defend yourself from people's words, people's actions. We're always on the defense. Somebody will say, oh, well, I thought so. Oh, well, really, man, we have to kind of get away from that. So hopefully, I'm hoping that we can, as we progress, through 2018, find something that you see inside of your own self that may need to be changed. And of course, I'm constantly reflecting on my own self, constantly wanting to change and wanting to be better, and asking that everyone else do the same thing. So hopefully we'll see more kindness in the world, and through that kindness that you are smiling more. But the biggest thing is that we have to stop hating on each other. It's unfathomable, really. It's just, sometimes I laugh. I'm like, really, we got to stop doing that. And remembering that everything that everyone else has, or everything that someone else feels, or whatever good that individual has, is not from that individual. It comes strictly from God. And if you have an issue with that specific person or that situation, take that up with your Lord. Don't take that up with the individual. Take that up with your Lord. You need to cleanse your soul of that. And we got to do better by one another. And always knowing and feeling that when you see someone in need, in dire need, extend yourself. That's kindness. Extend yourself to help someone else. You extending a sense of kindness is not taking away from anything that you already have. It only extends what you have. So if you want to extend what you have, be kind to other people. Not walk around being nice, be kind to other people. So just wanted to kind of share that reflection. Hopefully everybody, you get something from that. Share this with other people. And as we get older, we should be more refined in kindness, not more bitter and hateful and walking around not smiling. It's so not good, especially older women who have some sense of, I don't know what's going on, but we need to be able to have some sense of happiness and some sense of kindness and love and regard for one another. So it's just my reflection. Hopefully you all can take that and share it with other people. Peace, love, and happiness.